don't believe I have to remind will be rejected. Many of our best men have been on this mission before. We sent in countless swabs, and we have uncovered massive levels of intel. But all those that we have caught, their mouths are shut tighter than Fort Knox. Every time we have a good lead, we come up short and empty-handed. This time, however, we're sending you undercover. You're gonna join them, become one of them, watch them, listen to them, and hopefully not be buried by them. We've lost a lot of the best boys we've got. We've lost countless taxpayers' dollars. You cannot become another casualty. Backroom deals, scumbags. We don't know what they're capable of, but we think we know what you're capable of. So be patient and listen. They're out there somewhere. They're out there.
And we are live. Hello, everybody in here, out there. I am your host, LordGlarp, and this is the Trade and Raid podcast. Also joining me is the illustrious, the legendary, my producer, your best friend, how long can I go on with that? Sage.
Don't you lie. Hello, everyone.
Man. Guess what I forgot again?
To share the screen.
And that. Background music.
Put it on speed dial.
I just keep forgetting. It sounds extra quiet today. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Nice and smooth, filling up that background space. SK in chat says he's my best friend.
Aw.
There you go. I wish I had fans. That'd be an awesome mythology. Get like 100 episodes in, and it's like came for the trade and raid, stayed for Sage. Who's that Glarp guy?
Treated like no one really likes him.
Get that Glarp guy out of here. Yes, I will share my screen with you, Sage. Which one do you want?
Pick a monitor, any monitor.
You know, it's interesting. Oh, there it is. Papa! There you are. Now you can see. The people can't see, but you can see.
I can see the thing.
Welcome, guys. It is Friday, July 7th. This is the Trade and Raid podcast. It is a podcast, and I'm okay with that. That's what it is. Nothing else need to be said. Can't stop. In this channel, just a heads up for everybody. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty day before yesterday. Basically, the live stream cut out at like 2.5 hours in, so I had to delete the live video and re-upload it as a regular video. That will not be the norm. Eventually, we will get to where all of the live streamed podcasts will be in the live section of the YouTube, and then the actual video section will just have segments from the podcast. So that way, if you don't have enough time or attention span to watch full length 3-hour podcasts 3 days a week, we will have those segments in kind of bite-sized chunks. That way you can get all the content, maybe, 25 minutes at a time, 15, 30 minutes at a time, something like that. Otherwise, feel free to go back and re-listen when you're at work, second monitor. That's what this is. This is a self-proclaimed second monitor show, an earbud show. So the attempt is to make sure that you don't have to stare at the screen. If you don't stare at the screen, you're not gonna miss a ton. We do bring up some stuff but I try to make sure it's got a kind of an audio forward vibe to it. Okay, just read something. All right. Also in the comments section, if you can let me know how you heard about the podcast, whether it be an ad you saw on a social media post, someone else talked about it, someone else's community, let me know. I really want to give those shout outs as frequently as possible. Gunmetal Hime has been amazing, sharing stuff, getting their community in here, and that's been really cool. Just awesome. So yeah, if you're coming in here from another content creator, please let me know. SK came in from Sage. Hey, Allie, welcome. Allie says hi, Sage, just so you know. In the YouTube chat. So how have you been doing? It's been a while. It's been like a day and a half.
Yeah, it's not a lot happened, honestly.
I was gonna say, anything major going on in your life in the past 30 hours or so?
I ran over a staple.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, so I had to
popped a wheel?
I had to change my bike tire.
Bummer.
Not a big deal. Luckily, those beat like $10.
How's that soundboard coming?
I've got stuff in the works. I got a list made up of different stuff, and I've been thinking mostly it's been like videos that I've watched and stuff in the past where there's very clippable quips and quotes and stuff. So I'll have a nice setup there. You can listen to them all and see what we got. So it's coming.
Nice. And just a reminder for everybody, next week, Friday, so the 14th, we're going to have our first kind of special guest on.
Super special.
I don't know. I don't know if I should name drop. Maybe just keep it a mystery. It's a game developer. Put it that way. They are a sole indie game developer. They make all their shit on their own. I don't think they have a team. I'm pretty sure they do it all on their own. And I've talked to them before. Was going to make a review of their MMO that they've been developing on their own. They have a pretty large community, but it wasn't far enough along that I felt like I would be able to do the game justice. Because his vision, amazing, the work he's putting in, incredible. But I was like, man, I'm going to record this. And I don't know. I was worried that despite what I say about it, it was going to come across bad because the game visually was very new, very, very new. So I was like, we'll let it cook. And I'm glad I did, because now we get to have him on here. He said that he's going to give me an admin character to play with during the stream. During the podcast, which sounds like a ridiculous amount of fun. So we might be able to teleport around an MMO and troll some. I mean, play the game a little bit. Which I did mention to him, Sage, that we might need 2 or 3 admin accounts, and he seemed pretty chill with that.
Hell yeah.
I haven't talked to him about this stuff in a long time, though, so I don't know. Maybe things have changed, but I'm pretty sure as long as we're still on track from our last conversation, we should be pretty good. So that's going to be fun. Getting to see the admin end and talk to the developer and be live, that's good shit. Well, I once again failed to fill 15 minutes. I think it's when I'm filling, I'm like too aware that I'm filling. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking about it too much. I'm thinking about filling a time slot.
Yeah, if it was a soft 15, that's...
I am a man child.
Oh, God.
Soft 15. All right. Man, I feel like this background music is too loud. Any of you guys watching live, do you think this background music is too loud? I have my headphones up pretty loud. I just turned it down one. We're gonna jump right into it because I am so excited to. Sage, did you dive into any of our topics?
Dive on in. Let's see.
Did you look into any of them? Glarp, it's Retro. What's up, Retro?
Wrong tab.
I don't really hear it. I think. Okay, the people say that the audio is not too loud.
Yeah, I just bumped the volume because I keep the actual YouTube stream muted, and it sounded fine. So.
Okay, I think I just keep my headphones insanely loud. So, and maybe it's just louder through my computer. Anyway.
So yeah, jumping in then, we've got a lot of weird and potentially awkward stuff.
Are not Weird Friday, like I had called it, our Freaky Friday, as Sage has renamed it, which makes way more sense. I don't know why I thought Weird Friday was. I don't know. I think I committed to it too fast. So, new segment. We're going to do it every single Friday. I have it set in stone. It's going to be called our Freaky Friday segment, and it is going to be 1 week worth of news. And I'm going to take the weirdest shit I can find that has been happening. Some of it might be headline stuff, but I'm looking for some stuff that's kind of in the weeds. Stuff that's, weird, odd, maybe not so much freaky. I'm not looking to freak anyone out per se, but that's why I called it weird.
Under the radar.
Yeah. And this opener is so good. I am so excited. This is the best. This embodies exactly what I was looking for in a Freaky Friday type thing. And it is. I'm going to say the name of it before I switch over to it. Baldur's Gate 3 lets you have sex with a druid in bear form. What a wonderful sentence.
So many questions.
I know. This news broke, I think yesterday, because I'm pretty sure the panel during the live stream was yesterday night. So this news is like new news, and I'm all about it. Here we go. There it is. That is the best. That is the best headline. I'm going to clip this segment, and the segment's name is going to be this headline. Baldur's Gate. So any of you who don't know, Baldur's Gate 3 and the whole Baldur's Gate series is based off of like really, really, really close Dungeons and Dragons, right? So, people at the table talk about different things, such as sometimes in game you have like in-game romances and stuff with NPCs. Players will play out romances with each other if that's the kind of game you're playing, right? So stuff like this comes up. People like, I have wild shape and I can turn into basically anything. If that's what you're into. And so for the developers to actually like take that, that table talk that every D&D player has experienced at one point or another and actually like got it into the game is it's chef's kiss. It's really freaky and it's really weird. It's definitely some level of implied bestiality, but is it? I don't know. It's consensual, so there's that. Spoilers for Baldur's Gate 3 ahead. So spoilers for everyone who decides that they want to play a wild-shaped druid. I guess I should have said that before. I mean, we're kind of past it, aren't we? We're kind of past the spoiler at this point. One character Baldur Gates 3 fans have had their eyes on throughout the game's early access period is Druid Halsin. Halsin is an NPC and potential companion who can be rescued from a prison. But play your cards right, and Halsin can be much more. Literally, as a druid, Halsin can temporarily wild shape into a bear, and he does this during a romance cutscene. Lauren showed off the furry encounter during the panel, and we're going to watch it because, by the way, and I'll keep reading this just so you guys know the context. It proved too spicy for TikTok, which pulled the live stream offline an hour before it ended. So this developer panel actually got TikTok canceled. TikTok canceled our stream because it was too artistic and they don't understand. Who is the director of publishing? So good. Fantastic. So this is the scene in question. We have to watch it directly from their Twitch TV channel because I can't find it anywhere else. It's too spicy for anywhere else. And this might get our live stream turned off right now. So, be prepared for that. You don't see anything explicit. I don't think. I didn't really watch it, but if it's still here, it must be fine. It must be fine. Here we go. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, that's Callum Upton. Oh, that's cool. I like Callum. Callum Upton makes some good content. That's really good. I like the squirrel. Just beautiful. Just drop this nut. That's so good. Oh, the concern on the squirrel's face. Oh man, gosh, that's good. All right. In an interview with IGN, Larian Boss went, I don't know, blah blah blah. Somebody called Baldur's Gate 3's bear scene hilarious. Every single person who's seen it is like, oh my god, but it's funny. That's the gist of it. Buff Daddy Helson is perhaps the most sought after NPC for romance with the Baldur's Gate 3 community. Fans have been data mined, or have even data mined the game to the hunt for voice lines and assets hinted he'd be a romance option. Now they need wonder no more. Have you ever considered the joys and pleasures of sexual congress with a wild-shaped druid? Added the lead writer Adam Smith. Because at Lauren, we have and ultimately landed on the side of giving the people what they want. Tender, consensual romance with a man temporarily transformed into a grizzly bear. Baldur's Gate 3 is a sprawling open-world Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game for the makers of Divinity Original Sin series. Lauren announced it had brought the PC version release date forward a month from August 31st to August 3rd. That was another piece of news that I thought was cool. Brought it forward. When the frick was the last time a thing was brought forward?
Now, does that mean it's gonna suck, or is it gonna go full circle and be amazing?
I don't know, but I'm just glad that it's not. We're gonna push it back another 6 months. You know what I mean? Or because Baldur's Gate 3 has been, I bought it and I've played it it feels like over a year ago. That it's just been in development, but playable. Anyway, I'm super excited. Baldur's Gate 3 is my top excited for game, but I'm a sucker for all things D&D. Let's see. In order to avoid the clash with the likes of Bethesda's upcoming behemoth Starfield in early September, the PlayStation 5 version, meanwhile, is delayed slightly to September 6th, and the Xbox Series X and S versions have no release window. I heard they were having some issues. Speaking to IGN, Vic said the developer is seeing a standard playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 taking 75 to 100 hours. However, players who want to do everything should expect to double that figure. And I'll tell you what, with the tiny bit that I had access to when I very first got the game in early access, I easily dumped 50 hours into it, and you're limited to one area, one map. So I feel like this do everything, I think, is going to be triple, quadruple if you're like, no stone unturned kind of person like me. Alrighty. How's that for an opener, huh? Good stuff. What do you think, Sage?
Oh, I don't know.
Care to comment?
It is par for the course for D&D shenanigans, definitely.
Allie asks, would this be considered pet play?
Who's the pet though?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I think the dude's the pet at that point, right?
I've got a few 100 pounds on him.
Oh man, I am just so happy we had the video. I'm glad that someone clipped it because it got demolished everywhere else.
I'm sure.
So that one clip on Twitch is like our only view into that, and that's I love it because they romanticized it, right? And
right, that bear had lusty bedroom eyes.
Oh yeah, it did, and a smile. And you're almost like, are they kind of, it's a little, but they were genius to cut to that squirrel. That the 100% just normal squirrel was completely bothered by what it was seeing is perfect, because that brings it back to comedy, and that's what it is across the table. Across the table, there's always like a player that has this conversations going on what we can do and can't do, and the dungeon master's trying not to be a jerk but really doesn't want to have this conversation. There's that one person in the background who's just jaw dropped, like, I cannot believe we're even talking about this.
Like someone's like, if I put a feat into unarmed combat with improvised weapons, can I use dildos for
yeah, exactly. There's always that player. You're always going to get that player. This is the best fan surface I've ever seen in a video game. Yeah. Yes. I'll die on that hill. Only because I can't think of too much other fan service. All right, our second Freaky Friday. We're kicking off the Freaky Friday really good, I think. Real life T-1000 scientists create a robot that can liquefy its body, then re-solidify. A team of scientists has created a tiny robot that can melt itself and then re-solidify on command in order to pass through tight spaces. And obviously they're comparing it to Terminator 2's T-1000 series, which was the solid liquid guy. So we can skip over some of that. It's pretty cool. They have a video of it doing it. The video's a little sus though, so I kind of wanted to get Sage is my sus sniper. Creating this rudimentary real-life T-1000, the international team of scientists embedded microscopic chunks of magnetic neodymium, boron, and iron into liquid gallium, a metal that has a very low melting point. Then, by using magnets to command the miniature robot to melt and turn into a puddle, they guided it through the bars of a cage before having it re-solidify into the original shape on the other side. The magnetic particles here have two roles. A mechanical engineer at Cambridge Melton University said in a statement, this was Carmel? Is his name Carmel? C-A-R-M-E-L. One is that they make the material responsive to an alternating magnetic field, so you can, through induction, heat up the material and cause the phase change. But the magnetic particles also give the robot's mobility and the ability to move in response to that magnetic field. That's a lot, and it's super interesting. Oh yeah, here's the Terminator 2 guy. Liquid Metal Man. So we're going to watch the video. Sage, Mr. Sage.
Yes, sir.
I need your scrutiny on this video. Because to me, this seems like big news, right? It seems like a big deal to me. Maybe it's not, but I think it's a big deal. this channel only has 170 subscribers, but this video has 367,000 views. So I don't know. I don't know how molded in the shape of a Lego minifigure escapes from a cage. So you guys let me know. You guys in chat too. You guys in the comments. Just what do you think? I felt like it was sus. It doesn't have any volume.
Oh, well, that means you can't be content ID'd.
Right.
For the audio, at least.
And it's got these little symbols that are supposed to be kind of indicating what it's doing. It obviously has to be time-lapsed. It's leaving a gooey trail. It's leaving flakes behind. So now it's cooling off, and the magnets are supposed to be... This is the part that I don't like. It does nothing, and then it stands up. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Did that time lapse increase? Is that what that's showing?
That's the thing is, I don't know. It just seems so quick at the end there. You know?
It definitely didn't perfectly reform.
I'm gonna see if like maybe no. See, there's no information on it. I feel as though this is my knee jerk. My knee jerk reaction is that my intelligence is currently being insulted. And usually when I feel that way, that's when I think something is sus. Like someone is trying to make a fool out of me. But it's the remnants that kind of, I don't know, that kind of make me feel, you know?
No, that definitely means they melted something in there. But I mean, with no sound or anything, like you can melt gallium in your hand, right? So there's definitely some low temperature alloys and stuff that you could just put a blow dryer on from, you know, a few feet away and have it melt. And if it's also partially magnetic, because there could just be like basically iron dust, you know, mixed in. It doesn't necessarily have to be alloyed in, but it could be mixed in with that. And a magnet under the table, under the surface, can be just kind of slid forward. Like, it's definitely easy enough to fake. It's just, is it? He just
dives. It's like that puddle's having a hard time forming, and then he just dives out of it. I don't know though. You know, I'm not like a big science. I'm not a big science guy, so I don't know.
So the thing about metal is because it's thermally conductive, when it doesn't melt like ice, where it kind of melts from the surface, because ice is just, it's not thermally conductive. So ice very slowly kind of melts from its surface area inward. Metal spreads that heat that it gets very quickly. So, and especially if they can reach that heat rapidly enough, it will quickly melt. So the speed of it melting, that was fine. I'm definitely going to say that they did actually melt some metal. It's just, is the metal what they say it is? And is there no other spooky?
It's neat. if the video's legit, it's neat. It says, interestingly, the team behind this project took inspiration not from James Cameron's blockbuster, but from sea cucumbers, marine creatures that can switch from stiff to soft states when the need arises. In a series of tests, the magnetically controlled miniature robots were able to jump over obstacles, scale walls, and split in half in order to perform a series of tasks. Like, what was that? Soldering circuits?
Soldering, yeah.
Oh, soldering. No, it says soldering. It's an L in there.
That's how it's spelled.
That's how soldering is spelled?
That is how soldering is spelled, yep.
Well, that's dumb. English is stupid. Like soldering circuits, delivering medication and clearing foreign objects from a model's stomach. That's interesting. Giving robots the ability to switch between liquid and solid states endows them with more functionality. Cheng Feng Pan, an engineer at Chinese University of Hong Kong and lead researcher on the project, said, scientists believe that this shape-shifting technology can have medical and technological applications in the future. Just make sure it's never weaponized. If it can be, it will be. That is the truth. So cool. I thought this was super interesting. It's weird. It's interesting. It's odd. I don't know. Just definitely wanted to get your guys' perspective. By the way, if you're watching this video, please like the video. If you're watching the live stream, please like the live stream. Helps more people see it. And I appreciate it. Appreciate it much. Meet the Therminator. So as you can tell, because the last one was getting me to think about Terminator, then I saw another title that said Therminator. That's how we got here. Now, this one is actually from June 27th, but because this podcast is new, I can go backwards in time, and I'm not pulling up things that we've already seen, which is really neat. Hopefully we never hit a content wall. American company Throw Flame recently unveiled its latest product, the Therminator, the world's first flamethrower-wielding robot dog. Robot dogs have been around for a while now, and in countries like China, they're actually competing against actual pooches. Can you guess why, Sage? Can you guess in what way they're competing against actual dogs? It's quite interesting.
As a service animal?
That is exactly what I thought. My mind went instantly like, oh, it's just
like it's either that or military.
Yeah, because yeah, exactly. I was gonna say I've seen like cops have fake dogs, to do stuff. So I did some research, and by that I mean I clicked the link and read what it was. So this is from October 5th, 2022. Walking robot dogs is apparently becoming a trend in China.
Oh.
So it's like they want the experience of walking the dog, but they don't gotta like take care of the dog. It's super interesting. And I looked around a little bit more. It's not like crazy, but it's so interesting. The vast majority of robot dogs spotted in the streets of Chinese cities like Shanghai and Beijing are domestically produced and have a number of built-in features like following, rolling, sitting, and running, carrying weights up to 5 kilograms. A camera in the dog's head allows it to identify and bypass obstacles and even recognize its owner. Prices for Chinese robot dogs reportedly vary between $2,100 and $14,000 depending on build quality, built-in features, and battery life. The latter is a major deal breaker for a lot of people as the average battery life of this type of product is 45 minutes. And they had some neat videos on my brain.
I can confirm real dogs have a much, much, much longer battery life.
Right? So this is I know you guys can't really see it super great, but yeah, just people out casually walking their robot dog. It's always scary when you click on random Chinese links to random videos, but yeah, see this dog's barking at this dog and this dog's barking at that dog, asserting its dominance. I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit. It's so weird. What a strange and boring dystopia we are moving into.
Yeah, like it's going to be either robotics or genetics that are kind of going to...
Why not both? It's interesting that this one actually looks dog-esque and that it's actually like freaking out the other dogs. Sniffing them. Even the dogs are like, nah, man, that ain't natural. That ain't natural. Get that out of here. It's interesting. I have seen the police robo dogs from New York City. I have seen those. Those are wild. What do we got here? So basically a lot of these that we've been seeing, they're called Unitree Go 1s. That's what the body of this is. That's what it looks like. I don't think it actually is, but that's kind of like the go-to fake dog because the Unitree Go 1 is priced at $3,500. And this looks like they basically just welded a flamethrower to the back of it.
Because why not?
Yeah. Throw Flame is a US-based company. That's the difference. Is the Chinese one is just a dog, and then the US version comes with a flamethrower. Recently showcased the world's first flamethrower-equipped robot dog, dubbed Therminator, comes a high-performance flamethrower mounted on its back and allows it to shoot flames up to 9 meters in front of it. According to the Throw Flame website, the Therminator allows users to remotely shoot flames anywhere you want. Which, what a weird, just what a weird thing, you know? This is a product for who? And then the Throw Flame website has a neat video of it in action. You know, this is really it's a strange product for them to do right now, considering like all the fire issues we are currently having. It like seems like you'd roll out like the squirt gun version of this before the flamethrower version of it, you know? like this dog is designed to put fires out.
That would make too much sense.
Here's the Therminator in action. With copyright claim music. So I'm turning the music off because I don't want any claims on this. Yeah, they're not doing any sounds of it anyway. It's walking through fog. It's walking through fire. It's... Oh, did we get to see it do anything? We just saw it walking.
We already knew it could do that.
Right, it's just doing what the normal ones do. I mean, the thing on its back does look kind of cool. They should do that. Instead of a flamethrower, it should just have like a taser gun on it. It's just like someone threatens you, your dog just tases whatever's threatening you. Oh, there we go. There it is. Why didn't they show that in the video? Yeah. Its promotional video does not have it shooting fire.
The most important thing.
It claims 9 meters. I mean, if you're going to drop big money on it, you know, you'd think you'd want to put that foot forward. It is 40 pounds. And something pretty neat is this guy. I saw this on here. Just side note, this is a flamethrower drone attachment that can hold 1 gallon of fuel, can do a sustained 100 seconds of firing time, and shoot flames up to 25 feet. Why does this exist?
Tinfoil hat time.
Why?
It's got to be for the FBI to catch arsonists before they become arsonists. I feel like you buy this stuff, your name goes on a list, that's for sure.
I feel like that's got to be true. Like, I'm so confused. I mean, because if you had the argument like, oh, I don't have to get close to, like, if I want to light fireworks or if I don't want to get close to fire, I can have this drone do it. You don't. It's a 25-foot sprayer of flame. Again, I feel like the water version of this would be what you're going for. I guess it's called Throw Flame, is the name of the website. What else they got on here? Oh, that's the attachment. Oh, that's just a private flamethrower. Okay. Then we saw the Therminator. I think this, yeah, that's the attachment. Just like what other horrible ideas are they coming up with? Oh, they're just okay. Yeah, that's what they do. They equip people. I feel like a flamethrower is the most nonsensical thing when it comes to like people buying toys, you know.
It was like with Elon Musk's Boring Company several years ago. You know, it's like, yeah, we're going to do digging machines, but also here's a flamethrower. It's like, well, okay.
But why? And I know there's always the argument, like, because I can is always a thing, but it just, of all products, it's just such a strangely destructive and not useful thing. If someone was like, we're selling the dog, but it has a paintball gun attachment, or it shoots mace or a taser, I feel like these are things that like I can at least understand a little bit. But like if your life is in danger, you shouldn't douse someone in like liquid thermite or something like that. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't napalm thine enemies. You should probably just do something else. Do you know what I don't even know if I'm saying this. Lycoris Recoil is? Have you ever heard of this?
It sounds like a band.
According to Wikipedia, oh, that picture sucks. According to Wikipedia, it's a Japanese original anime television series created by Spider Lily and Asura, produced by A1 Pictures, aired from July to September in 2022. It's a manga adaptation, as are most decent animes typically are. This is what's weird. Takina Inoue is a member of a government-sponsored all-female task force of assassins and spies made up of orphans, an undercover group who eliminate criminals and terrorists in Tokyo while disguised as high school students to maintain peace in Japan. So it's adults who are pretending to be high schoolers who are undercover assassins, is the gist of it.
That's just made for the internet, isn't it?
Right. It has hackers. It's got all sorts of neat stuff. But yeah, very much so anchored in, I don't know, quote unquote reality. Like it's not high fantasy, it's not sci-fi. It's, which, you know, I think that's a harder type of anime to make, probably.
Mo-fi, modern fantasy.
Yeah. There's only 13 episodes. However, I'm assuming that's because the last one aired September 24th, 2022. I don't even know if they're like if they've cut a second season yet, or if it's just going to be this. They did have a post-credits scene, continues to offer her services to help others, so I think it's open-ended. Let's see here. First volume of the manga was released. A second comic anthology was released May 26, 2023, so it sounds like maybe they're doing the manga first and then they'll catch up the anime. Might be it. So you guys might be wondering, why am I talking about this random Lycoris Recoil anime that I had never heard of before? It's because Pizza Hut is doing a collaboration with them.
Out of nowhere,
which is so strange. And I get it that this is obviously a Japan collaboration. But get this though. Are you ready to get this? Are you ready to pick up what I'm throwing down? This was announced June 26, and I didn't mean to close that tab. The last episode, like we discussed, aired September 24th, 2022. So this seems like something you would do, like if they announced a new series, you would do it then, right? Collaboration with the summer 2022 anime. As part of this collaboration, fans and customers can get their hands on various items that feature the protagonists in hot polo shirts with matching polka dot skirts. The collaboration is split into 3 separate campaigns. The first campaign, everyone who follows the official Japanese Pizza Hut account and retweets the official announcement tweet with the hashtag blah 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 will be entered to win $13 gift card, which is, I've never heard of a hashtag campaign where there is 10 winners and they get $13.92. That is I mean, I get it. It's a conversion. It's 2,000 yen, but still, like, that is such a strange amount of money for a collaboration. Now, if they said there was going to be 2,000 winners or there's going to be 5,000 winners and each gets $20 a gift card, something like that makes more sense. But there's 10. There's 10 winners of $13.92. Okay, so that's the first campaign. The second campaign, the first 30,000 customers who place an order online or through the official Pizza Hut app will receive one of 4 possible A4 size folders featuring the collaboration designs or scenes from the anime. Again, I've never heard of a collaboration campaign where the prize is folders. It's like manila folders that have been changed into like artwork, like not a poster, but a folder. I don't know why this is bothering me so much. No, this is the best. Lastly, those who place an order of $6.96 or more online through the official Pizza Hut app and use the coupon code BLAH will be entered to win a set of containing one of 2 possible acrylic standees and one of 2 possible B2 size wall scrolls. Yeah. Enter to win a set containing one of 2. Other than that, you can also order pizzas recommended by the characters, a premium margarita pizza on one side and a melted 4-cheese pizza on the other. This collaboration is set to run from June 16th, 2023 till July 23rd, 2023. So if you're in Japan, love the anime, and have a hankering for some pizza, don't miss your chance. That is the goofiest shit ever. That is the strangest collaboration, even for Japan. That is very weird to me. We've covered, what did we cover? Chainsaw Man cologne. And to me, that is less strange than this. Am I over the top on this?
I mean, the one thing, it's just like product placement, you know, naming it. It's like whatever, you know, it's probably just a regular store-bought type of cologne from that brand, just with some food coloring in it, and they give it the character name. It's like going through smelling candles at frickin' Walmart or whatever, and like half of them all smell the same, they just have different names. So, but this is like, the promotion itself is just weird.
It's so strange. It's a year-old anime, basically. That doesn't have a second season running. This is the, I mean, I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. One of 10 $14 gift cards.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah. Good job. Can you do me a favor, Sage?
Yep.
Can you tell me how many Pizza Huts there are in Japan?
Oh, sure.
Because what I'm wondering is, They said that this collaboration runs from June 16th to July 23rd. So it's running for well over a month, right? Let's say 5 weeks.
According to this, they have about 370 outlets.
No. There's 370 Pizza Huts in Japan.
Pizza Hut in Asia Pacific. Over 100 countries. They've got 18,000 restaurants. In Asia Pacific alone, they operate 5,500 stores across 22 countries. So I guess, yeah, that tracks.
So there's 300 locations that are running a promotion for 5 weeks, and 10 people get $13. It's so sad shit, dude. I mean, there are 30,000 customers who get manila envelopes that have a picture painted on them. Oh my goodness. That would be the other question. If you would humor me, Sage.
Yep.
If you don't mind. I don't want you to feel used and abused. On a like what would be a place that you would print, that you would do prints on online, like an Office Max?
You mean like ordering a poster sized print?
I think the thing is it's a folder, so a folder is a piece of paper. So it'd be like 30,000 dual sized cardstock prints.
I know there are specific facilities and businesses that specialize in that kind of printing, and if you're doing a bulk order like that, that's who you'd go to. I mean, retail wise, it's
got to be like 10 cents a print, right? If you get 30,000 prints?
Both for bulk pricing, like wholesale? Yeah, I think it might be close.
Because actually, I know it's full color and it's double-sided, which definitely would bring it up, but I imagine once you break like 5,000, the price has got to just go into the dirt. Point being, there are 300 Pizza Huts, and this entire campaign collaboration looks like it cost maybe $50.
Notoriously stingy.
I mean, but the crazy thing is, I'm thinking like, people are always thinking really big in terms of marketing and stuff. And it's like, I feel like Pizza Hut must have paid a lot of money to get the rights to use these characters.
Then again, maybe not.
But maybe not. Maybe this is... I mean, hopefully maybe the anime paid for it. I don't know. This blows my mind. 300 locations, 5 weeks, maybe $100 worth of actual prizes and stuff. And I imagine for like billboards and signs and promotional materials, because all 300 locations are going to have promotional materials. So the promotional materials that are being set up in these 300 locations are going to cost like 900 times the amount of what the actual prizes are.
99% of the budget for this campaign is not going towards prizes.
It's almost like they were like, oh shit, what about the prizes? What money do we have left? I don't know. Phil's got like $80. Okay, we can still do this. Oh man. All right, I'm sure I've driven this into the dirt. I obsess over things when I can't understand them, when I can't figure out the why, or like I can't figure out the angle. You know what I mean? Maybe Japan has just figured out that if you put an anime character on a poster, people will come.
They have a very dedicated demographics.
So they just don't need prizes. They're like, we didn't even need to give these prizes. The prizes could have been a pack of stickers for 10 people and people would still come.
The pizza boxes themselves are with the promotional materials on them are the prizes.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, dude, marketing in Japan has got to be so wild, just so wild. You lost your screen, didn't you? Boop. Yep. Boop. There you go.
There you go.
All right, let me make sure we're still live. We are still live. Hey guys, all of you out there who are watching live, I am reading the comments. So if you want to chime in, I might not say them out loud, but I am watching and I am listening. So feel free to leave a comment if you would like. I'm also super interested after this is posted up and people are watching this later. Later on after the live stream, I still go back and read every single comment that is left and let me know if I'm going too far off the rails or just anything, what your thoughts are. I'm interested in your thoughts and the community, not just everything that Sage says. I'm having a bit of a dry throat issue. All right. Is it next segment time?
I think it's next segment time.
Next segment time. Here we go. So this one's interesting. It's about Thread, the new app. Have you heard about Thread, the new app, Sage?
Yeah, it's a Meta Zuckerberg's basically jabbing at Musk in more than just a cage match.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm glad you said that because I was looking up information on the whole cage match idea concept and all that, and that's how I learned about Thread. I knew nothing. I knew nothing about Thread. Apparently it launched yesterday, July 6th, right? And as far as I can tell, I downloaded the app and signed up. You just sign up through your Instagram. Basically, if you have an Instagram, it just carries it all over. It is just Twitter, as far as I can tell. But for all of you out there who don't know, like I didn't know, yeah, launched on July 6th. Thread looks to take full advantage of Twitter, which is losing users and advertisers alike after Elon Musk constant chopping and changing of features and policies. Weird stuff's been going on over there. Weird stuff, like the monetization stuff, the limiting how many tweets you can read or something like that.
Yeah, because they're trying to fight against data scraping.
Oh yeah. There's that. There's the whole blue checkmark thing. I don't know. I am not on Twitter often. I get on there to like read a couple posts and post a couple posts every now and then. So I'm, by and large, I am out of the Twitter loop. I'm more of a Reddit guy than a Twitter guy. Let's see here. Threads offer For You page style of content where users are able to post text, images, and video content. Users are able to like, comment, repost, quote on other content. Many users of Threads have bemoaned the use of the timeline presentation, but Mark Zuckerberg has clarified that followers only timeline is in the works and will be released soon. Let's see here. Mark Zuckerberg is throwing a different kind of punch than the one he is likely to throw in his upcoming bout with Elon Musk. Is it actually happening?
I think so.
Maybe that's what I should have pulled up some. Okay. Elon Musk up for a cage match with Mark Zuckerberg as Facebook founder prepares Twitter rival. Watching Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg throw down would be fantastic. So good. Just so good. So memeable, you know?
I have a thing for you for that.
Amazon founder Elon Musk is prepared to go toe-to-toe in a cage match with Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg following the news that the latter is looking to release his own version of Twitter named Threads. This was back in June 21st. Do we have any Oh, okay. I was like, do we have like an actual quote from either of them about it? Let's see here. Meta, the same company that copied Snapchat, TikTok, Stumble Upon. Okay, all these things. Elon acquired Twitter. Rumors have been circulating about the... Elon Musk said, I'm sure Earth can't wait to be exclusively under Zuck's thumb with no other options. At least it will be sane. Was worried there for a moment. I don't know what any of this means. Better be careful, Elon Musk. I heard he does the jujitsu now. Elon Musk said, I'm up for a cage match if he is. That's interesting. Yeah, what do you got, man?
Yeah, I sent you an image.
Sent me an image. I am checking images. Okay, so let's see. Weight, Elon Musk 180 pounds plus. Zuckerberg 150. Age, Elon Musk 51. Zuckerberg's only 39?
Yeah, he's a young lad.
Training regimen. Musk lifts sometimes. Zuckerberg recently completed the Morph Challenge, running a mile followed by 100 pull-ups, 200 press-ups, and 300 squats. Then running another mile, all while wearing a 20-pound weighted backpack. Diet of Musk, quote, I'd rather eat tasty food and live a shorter life. Zuckerberg, quote, this year I've basically become a vegetarian since the only meat I'm eating is from animals I've killed myself. Oh my God. Nice. Yeah. Oh, are you sending me more memes?
Yeah, I got one more for you.
News of the Stupid says the fight has been canceled. Elon Musk's mother pulls the plug on Dana White's UFC plan for her son and Mark Zuckerberg. Nice.
So, it might very well still be happening, but I just loved the idea of of the at one point in time the potentially richest man on earth, his mother being like, no, you can't go fight that nice man.
I don't know. We're kind of in the world of content creators boxing each other. There's been chess boxing matches. There's been like what Ludwig did with the what was it? It was chess, Smash Brothers boxing. Everyone's been getting up and about boxing. I think it started with Logan Paul, right?
Oh, definitely was a big influencer in that part.
So having like two, tech giants just, all I can imagine is like very noodle armedly slapping each other around. But man, just seeing this, the memes that would come from like getting zucked, Elon got zucked.
Oh, it would be fantastic.
The meme fields are fields of memes would have great harvest. Let's see here. While Threads will be standalone application, Instagram users can not only be able to log into Threads with their existing username, verification status, and handles will also be the exact same. So that's cool. If you're already verified, you're verified. Instagram will also help you bring your existing followers. I did that when I transferred over. It asked me if I wanted to refollow all the people that I was already following. So, and it has a button to just do that, or you can sift through. I thought that was pretty good. Interesting. The words and accounts you block on Instagram will be carried over. Threads adds well to the Threads ads well, and users will be able to post updates of 500 words, which is way more than what a regular Twitter user is allowed to do. Unlike Twitter, Threads is interoperable with Mastodon, as both platforms are built on ActivityPub protocol. I don't know what that means. Let's see here. However, this functionality has yet to arrive on the platform. To recall, Twitter has been blocking users from sharing links from Mastodon, Instagram, and other rival platforms. Yeah, I noticed I tried to do a YouTube link and a message, and I got shut down. I got told no. The link just got deleted. So yeah, I don't think we need to. I think we get it, right? We get it. Launched. Let's see. Has amassed over 15 million registered users in under 12 hours since its launch.
I mean, this just tells you that like Meta has been smelling the blood in the water for weeks, if not months now, and is just kind of verified that all of the users have smelled the blood in the water too, just because of the number of people who've jumped ship.
I think a lot of people are I think they want just like what's the word? A clean experience. I don't know if that's the right way of saying it. It's like they just want to do the Twitter thing. That's it. They just want to do the Twitter thing. No more like taking away check marks and like adding things, removing things, changing the rules. No more like, is this a left wing space? Is this a right wing space? It's just like they just want like, just give me the wall that I can post the thing. I feel like that's what people want. Like it to be less complicated, to just do the thing. Let's see here. Most of these platforms have only, we don't care about other platforms. Key features explained. With its deep integration with Instagram, Threads will work like its extension where users can share text, images, videos with their followers. Instagram will also help users seamlessly adopt the new platform by letting them sync their handles, profile pictures, and posts. Creators can also pre-approve their followers to follow them on Threads when they join the new platform. Okay, so that's more about just transferring.
So what's weird to me is like, isn't that transfer process going to have to access the Twitter API or do, data scraping stuff, which is what they're trying to prevent in the first place?
Well, it's talking about going from Instagram to Threads, not from Twitter to Threads.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
And if you have a verified Facebook profile or page, it won't help you in getting your Instagram handle verified. However, if your account is verified on Instagram, you can forward the status to Threads. Not sure what the reasoning, probably because, Facebook's got to be getting old, like on an internet level.
Under the hood, yeah.
If you choose to restrict replies to your post on Threads, the post will not be shared with your what the frick is that word?
Fediverse?
Your Fediverse followers and its reach will be limited to Threads app. I have no clue what that means. Is it safe? No app is safe. If you're living on Earth, if you're alive and breathing, July 7th, the year of our God, 2023, if you're on the internet right now, your data has been compromised for a long time.
7 ways to Sunday.
Every time I hear someone talk about like protecting your data, protecting your shit is fine, but like no more information can be leaked about you than has already been in some fashion. Like the only way that you can stop it is by going back in time and stopping yourself from getting on the internet. That's it.
And even then, you've got, friends and family who might post about you.
Yeah.
Or it's just not happening.
It's just not happening. Let's see here. Meta's Twitter competitor is here. What the internet is saying about it. Now, I thought this was interesting. So this is a really funny post by Mark Zuckerberg.
What? He has a sense of humor?
It's just, when was his last post? Did he come back just for this? Yeah. So here's his tweets in order. Also just created a public page on Facebook, which was March 13th, 2009. Tell your congressman you want them to be pro-internet. My Facebook post is here. That's January 18th of 2012. And he came back just to post this picture.
Over 10 years later.
10 years later. And I like that it implies that he knows. You know what I mean? He knows.
He's rocking that big Chad energy right now.
He really is. I think he really wants the throwdown to happen. I'm all about it. Ubisoft decided to quote tweet Zuck's meme on its own, poking fun at the similarities between the company's threads and logos. I feel like this is implied already because it's from Mark, but I do appreciate the Ubisoft artistic expression there. It's good. I do also like that the logo does look like Ubisoft's
flipped.
Like
yeah.
Like the scuffed version of like Ubisoft from wish.com. It's pretty good.
Or
of course, some people also note how they are now adding threads to their list of platforms to check on. Blah, blah, blah. Every social media manager tonight. That's so true. Oh man, that is so true. There's a new social media platform. Yeah. Head of social media at McDonald's. That's funny. I love to suffer. That's good. Yeah. If you're a digital marketer or a social media manager, it sucks every time something comes out. Content creators currently. I like how LinkedIn's in the sync in the back. LinkedIn sucks. Not a fan. Me trying to move from Threads to Instagram to Twitter to TikTok. Meh. Adding threads to the daily routine. That's nice. I like that. For content creators, it's true. It is true. I should probably do some more of that stuff. Some thread users aren't impressed. People who went to threads coming back to Twitter after being disappointed. I don't know. I don't think there's anything worth being disappointed about because it's blank. It's like if you go over there, it's just a blank slate. It's not different enough from Twitter to be disappointing. It's going to need some work for sure, but I don't know. I don't get it. Twitter forever.
Welcome home, cheater. That's funny.
Me logging into Twitter after using threads. That's good. You got it before I did. Welcome home, cheater. Nice. People right now on threads. I mean, this one might be implying that you're just using both, but the lack of features seems to be the biggest discourse or criticism on threads, though Instagram head Adam Moresi says these features are coming. But some are not a fan of the only feed mixing accounts you don't follow with the ones you actually follow. So there's a bunch of celebrities and brands that flooded threads at launch. A few examples include Netflix, Spotify, Xbox celebrities like Gordon Ramsay, Bella Ramsey, and Tom Brady.
The big names.
Nevertheless, Threads is growing pretty fast. Zuckerberg thinks Threads may reach over 1 billion users, noting in a report
right now is like give it 3 months. Just give it 3 months and see what tune you're singing then.
Okay, for some reason our stream status on YouTube just became poor.
Yep. Okay, it's back for me.
Hopefully you guys are still able to watch. Hopefully you're still with us.
I'll reload. Reloading the tab.
I think we're good. Yeah. I think we're good. Okay. It says we're live, but it also says that the stream health is poor. Okay. You guys like, throw up them F's in chat if it's crashing. That way I know to look over at it. It looks like Okay. 1 minute ago, the stream disconnected and reconnected.
I don't know if that's what happened the other day and it just didn't reconnect.
That might be it. Man, I don't know why it would do that. We're not using barely any bandwidth. I need to figure out how to, fix some stuff. Anyway, it's all good now. Thanks for letting me know, guys. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it. So here we have Twitter Daily News, July 6th. This is from yesterday. Twitter is threatening to sue Meta over systematic, willful, and unlawful misappropriation of Twitter's trade secrets and IP, as well as scraping of Twitter's data. And a cease and desist letter sent yesterday to Zuckerberg by Elon's lawyer, Alex Spiro. And Elon commented, "Competition is fine, cheating is not." So we already have a lawsuit. Sorry, I just got to pop up. A-Team stream is healthy again. Nice. Elon's lawyer, Alex Spiro, sent a letter to Mark Zuckerberg threatening legal action, claiming Meta hired former Twitter employees to create a clone. It's gone back to poor again, so we're fluctuating, guys. I don't know why. All right. This is all sorts of stuff. This isn't surprising, as Facebook's motto has always been, "Why innovate when you can imitate?" Unlike great tech innovators, Meta literally just takes others' ideas and repackages them. Copying is faster than innovating. I don't know if we need to go through all this. I don't really care what this person thinks. I just wanted to see the document. I'm just wondering, right here. Meta is expressly prohibited from engaging in any crawling or scraping of Twitter's followers or following data. Does it actually say in here that they're hiring people? Formal notice could be relevant in a dispute between Twitter and Meta and or former Twitter employees who now work for Meta. That includes but is not limited to all documents related to the recruitment, hiring, and onboarding of these former Twitter employees, the development of Meta's competing Threads app, and any communications between these former Twitter employees and any agent, representative, or employee. So is this just like they're just assuming then? This sounds like an assumption.
They're alleging, so they're going to try and get Meta to basically just be in a position where it has to defend itself.
Oh, right here. Over the past year, Meta has hired dozens of former Twitter employees. Twitter knows that these employees previously worked at Twitter, that these employees had and continue to have access to Twitter's trade secrets and other highly confidential information. These employees owe ongoing obligations to Twitter, that many of these employees have improperly retained Twitter documents and electronic devices. With that knowledge, Meta deliberately assigned these employees to develop in a matter of months Meta's copycat Threads app with the specific intent that they use Twitter's trade secrets and other intellectual property in order to accelerate the development of Meta's competing app. I gotta say, Twitter is not like it's not a technological marvel.
Nope.
I mean, I feel like you could accidentally make a Twitter.
I mean, when Twitter first started up, it got the same kind of flack that things like Vine and like a lot of short form stuff got when they first kind of popped up. It was all like, well, this is literally just a forum that's limited to like 10 words. Like it's not innovative. It's not innovative to actually take away capabilities of a platform.
And Twitter's just so basic. What do we got here? SK says it's funny that Elon makes comments about cheating when there's rumors of him having an affair. Ooh. Guess Mark shouldn't have cleaned house like he did.
Musk, yeah. That's the thing, is like, that's Twitter's one response to the lawsuit is just going to be, prove it. Like, straight up, okay, who did you fire? Why did you show us the contracts you had with them?
I'm assuming that fucking how many people did he fire? That was like the first controversy that went on with Twitter when Musk bought it, was that he fired everybody. He fired so many people that they were like, we cannot maintain Twitter because you fired too many people. I remember that from, what would that be, like 7-8 months ago?
Mm-hmm.
And that a lot of those people were improperly let go too, where people were like, just showed up to work and didn't have their access cards. They couldn't get in the building. They had no clue that they had been fired. They had been terminated. So if you're not even letting people back in the building and they're being fired and you didn't even talk to them, some people making a claim that they had an actual contract with Twitter that they couldn't fire them, because that would be a breach of their contract. So they actually had to be paid out. And then you say, well, they still have intellectual property and they have an obligation to us. It's like, I mean, I think when you break that obligation with someone and you terminate them without notice, you probably
null and void.
Yeah, you probably release them of any contractual obligation they had to you or your company.
I think so.
Couldn't Twitter be compared to an early version of Facebook? I mean, yeah. That is basically, yeah. Twitter basically looks like Facebook 1.0 at this point.
White background, blue buttons. It's basically the same website.
Just need a friends section on your homepage, and that's about it. Very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. Elon Musk is blocked. I forgot that I blocked Musk on my account. I was so sick of seeing his posts that I blocked him. I was just seeing if he had anything else to say about it, but it doesn't look like it. God bless America. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Shorter segments today. A couple days ago, it was like, what? We did our first segment in an hour and a half. According to most common practice law, a contract is a mutual agreement, and when one party breaks the agreement, the entire contract is null and neither party is obligated to maintain it. Well said, SK. Well said. That's kind of where I'm at. It's going to be interesting to see if Meta did actually hire ex-Twitter employees and if they were released in a way that broke their contracts, because I know that stuff happened. And if you want to talk about like an optimal like method of hiring people for your platform, your competing platform, is like have your competitor actually like make the news saying that they've let go their top people and that those people are seeking compensation, and you're like, oh good, those are literally the people that I can take they have no non-competes anymore.
I wouldn't even think it'd be their top people. It's like their low-level to mid-level people, I think, would be the most ideal to capture, because they're the ones that are probably doing all the real work.
That's true. That is true. Hiring actual workers. All right. We're coming up on the last segment, and just in time for our stream health to become excellent again. It's weird. As soon as we started talking about Twitter, it became poor, and then when I stopped talking about Twitter, it went back to excellent. Coincidence?
I think not.
So Sage has informed me that he has in fact played this game and likes this game. You can't, let me see here. I gotta make sure that you guys can see it in all of its glory. There we go. So this is called Absurd Trolley Problems. For any of you who watched the episode we did, what was it, 2 episodes ago? Something like that. 8 days ago, we did a password game, which was a new Neil fun game. That was excellent. I'd like us to do a round 2 someday, Sage. I would like us to do a round 2. But this is called Absurd Trolley Problems, and I have been told that this is basically we're going to solve all of philosophy by playing this game. And if any of you have ever played the what was it, Trolley Tom game? I've played the Trolley Tom game. It's very similar, but that's a card game.
Yep. I mean, it's all based off of the philosophical question or framework
And
put forward.
I like that this is called the original because this is the original question. A trolley is heading towards 5 people. So the circumstance, if you were not at the lever, is that 5 people are going to die, right? So if you pull yourself out of the situation, 5 people die. But because you're there, you can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing one person instead. So I think the biggest philosophical portion of this is that you are choosing for one person to die. That if you weren't there, that person would live. So it's based on your decision, that person is dead, right? Am I nailing the philosophy of this, Sage? Is there more that I'm not seeing?
Basically, yeah. If your decision, there's like 2 kind of competing philosophical viewpoints in whether you make the choice or don't make the choice, and then if you do make the choice, what your justification for making the choice is.
Now, what is that? Abject evil. So like the idea is if you cross your arms and you do nothing and you're not making a decision, then it's not your fault what happens, right? But if you pull the lever, you're making a decision to kill somebody. I think that's like one way of thinking about it. Obviously, there are many ways to think about it. I'm going to pull the lever and I'm going to kill the person on top. And 73% of people agree with you. 27% disagree out of, wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
5 million votes.
So what would you say your methodology? What was your reason for choosing the choice that you chose?
My choice is purely based off of a value of a quantity of life over another quantity. Now, I will say, if I was given more information, I may make a different decision. But based on all things being equal, not knowing who anyone is, that's the only clear decision I have.
Yes, and so that would be the utilitarianism view, is simply that one life is fewer than 5 lives, and that is your value methodology. Right.
Now if this was like, you know, these 5 people are mass murderers and racist and sexual predators, and the one person on top is a seasoned doctor and scholar, and you know what I mean, and all these other things, you know, participates in his community and a good man, I would absolutely kill the 5. But that's because I have no problem being judge, jury, and executioner based on my personal feelings about people. I don't know if that's bad or not, but oh god, I thought it just did 5 and 5. I'm like, oh come on now. A trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull a lever to divert it to the other track, killing 4 people instead. It's the exact same thing. Same thing. Same answer. I don't know anything about any of them, and the bottom track is worth 1 human more than the top. 66% of people agree with you. 34% of people disagree. It's interesting that this number dropped off by 200,000 people. That means 200,000 people made the first decision and stopped playing. Life savings. A trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, but then your life savings will be destroyed. This is a dumb one because I don't have life savings.
I was gonna say.
Like, okay, like run over this $50 bill or these 5 people. Okay.
But
Maybe
you could definitely see how if someone did have a significant amount of life savings, that would change the math for them mentally. It would at least make them. Now, actually, you know what I think would be really interesting is if this actually told you how long it took people to make a decision.
Oh, yeah. Like how long they read it and stuff.
Yeah, like how long did they read it, and then how long did they kind of go back and forth between? Because that could almost tell you more about a person's mental, ethics system than.
SK says money is material and a trolley doesn't go fast. You can pick it all up. Yeah, that $50 bill is fine. It's just floating around. That's all. Now we had a drop off of 100,000 people. Yeah, I do wish it had like how much time did it take people to and stuff like that. It'd also be kind of neat if you could make a note about why and it like limited it to like 15, 20 characters. And then you had random pop-ups of people's words, but then you got problems with people writing absurd things and racist things and all that. People ruin everything. A trolley is heading towards 5 people. Can you pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sacrificing... Oh, that's me with the lever. I do nothing. That's the easiest decision I could ever make. That's 5 random strangers that I don't know or me. I do nothing. Because in this situation, if I do nothing, then the train is doing... Whoever tied up all these people on the tracks, it's their fault that they died, not mine. My methodology changes completely because my self-preservation is very, very high. Maybe if I knew who they were, if I knew certain things about them, maybe I could be swayed to pull the lever and let myself die. But I am very important to me. 60% of people agree with you, 40% disagree. That's very interesting. I would have assumed it would be the other way around. Yeah, I'm tied up. Yeah, that's if anyone's like, why didn't you pull the lever? I'd be like, it looks like I could, but I try. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
I made an effort.
And then if afterwards they're like, yeah, these were philanthropists, these were very selfless people and teachers and world-class doctors and they were amazing, I would be like, well, the person who tied me up didn't tell me that information.
Or you could even be like, well, it sounds like they lived a good life then.
Yeah, they
Potato, tomato.
5 families just got massive life insurance policies. Don't worry about it. Next question. Priceless painting. A trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert the other track, but then the original copy of the Mona Lisa will be destroyed. I don't care about the Mona Lisa. I don't own it. I mean, if it's destroyed, it's not like it's mine now. Like, I saved the Mona Lisa. Now it is mine. I don't know why I trumped out there for a second, but 7. Why did I turn into Trump for a second there?
Yeah.
77% of people agreed with you. That makes sense. I changed my mind. This is the easiest one. Oh, what's this? A trolley is heading towards a rich man. The rich man offers you $500,000 to pull the lever, which would divert the trolley to kill someone else. I mean, I guess I would say to the other guy, can you beat that? I think this is implying that this person has money and this person does not have money. Oh man, this is a hard one because I feel like if I take a bribe, it might turn into a crime. Does this turn into a crime? Because now I've got, what's that called? I no longer have plausible deniability. You know what I mean? And I'm making the choice to kill someone else. However, I think if one person's gonna die either way, you know,
kill the rich man every time.
I'm gonna take the 500k. Wow, it's a 50-50 split? Dang. Again, I don't know anything about either of these people. Again, the guy at the top, and this is not like this is just a, it could be, right? So if the guy at the bottom was like a rapist or something, then I would have let it kill him because the 500k would not be worth it then. The guy on the top, if it turned out that he was a terrible person, it would just make this decision easier. So not knowing anything about either of them, 500k on the line, if this person even pays me.
You wouldn't even you wouldn't even make him sweat a little. Be like, 500,000's kind of low. That sounds like you don't really want to live.
Yeah, just switch it to the other guy and be like switching it back and switching it to him. Be like, guys, I'm gonna blindfold myself and I'm just gonna shake this lever, and whatever happens happens. Give it up to chance so I don't have to make a decision. No, I mean, yeah, 500k. Someone was going to die either way. I don't know anything about them. Sure, I'll take it. A trolley is heading towards 5 lobsters. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over a cat instead. I have more love and appreciation for cats than I do crustaceans. I will kill the crustaceans. And
now you have dinner.
Now I have dinner. That's 85% of people agree with you. Yeah, exactly. Like, just getting 5 lobsters that are now presumably, I don't even have to kill them now. They might be a little dirty, but that's not bad. A trolley is heading towards 5 people who are sleeping and won't feel pain. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, running over someone who is wide awake instead. What do you do? It does not matter whether they're awake or asleep. The awake and asleep doesn't do anything to me. Is that a deciding factor for people, do you think?
Well, because you're still going with the utilitarian mindset, which is just the state of the life doesn't matter, right? They could be crippled and in agony, or dying of cancer tomorrow, and that wouldn't play a role. It's just literally like, are you saving this life now, and how many of those lives is it? And just if one is more than the other, then the more is the correct answer.
If I knew that all 5 of these people were dying of cancer tomorrow and the person on top was going to live a long, healthy life, I would run over the 5.
Then it's not utilitarian as your base, but that's the base idea behind it. So if you're more like the state of them, and if their ability to feel pain factors, it's like, what's better? One person dying in pain, or 5 people dying but not being in pain. So like they just won't wake up, right? It's the how much does the state of consciousness play into your value algorithm?
I think it's interesting that would sway people. Like, I don't even think I'm capable of like understanding it. Like, I get it like from an information standpoint, but I don't think I could feel anything in that regard. Like, awake, asleep doesn't.
Maybe it's just out of spite. Like, how can you guys sleep when you're tired like this? You must not give a shit.
I mean, what's gonna wake them up is the guy screaming right before he dies. They wake up. Oh, what was that? Don't worry, go back to sleep. Okay. The trolley is heading towards 5 people who tied themselves to the track. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing one person who accidentally tripped onto the track instead. I feel like I do nothing. Those people wanted to be there. That person didn't want to be there. Yeah. No, it's again, that seems pretty easy to me. Seems like a pretty easy decision to make. I mean, obviously in a perfect world, I'd be able to get the one guy off the track and not have to, or, obviously you'd want to save everybody. But yeah, I mean, in this case, their lives are of less value to me because they're of no value to them. Now, if there wasn't a person up there, then I would divert it.
Dead suicide cult? Who knows?
Like if they're trying to kill themselves, if they've got like a suicide pact going on, and this track was empty, then I would divert the trolley and attempt to talk them out of it, try to bring some sense to them. But in this scenario, like this person who tripped and fell, like, yeah, they don't want to die. So I guess this kind of like, what is this? This is the philosophical debate between the intrinsic value of life, right? Like 5 people, regardless of their state, would be more valuable than the one.
The utilitarian philosophy is like one of the strongest through lines, but it's where in the margins do people lie? What's enough to tip them out of it and that sort of thing.
It seems like a lot of people agreed on this one.
Utilitarian is one of the first, I think, kind of like major put to paper ideas, and it resonates with a lot of people very easily. It's very simple and easy to understand.
A trolley is heading towards 5 people. The lever just speeds up the trolley, which might make it less painful. What do you do?
You're a busy man. You got shit to do. You can't just...
Wait. So why is it still doing this? Why do they have a person up there? The lever just speeds up the trolley, which might make it less painful. What do you do? That's a weird decision. That is a very strange decision. So you're just, if I pull the lever, they just die faster, but they're gonna die either way. Yeah. In real life, let me think about myself out there doing it, because I might. I might be like in theory, I believe pulling the lever would be the right thing to do. However, in real life, I might be too chicken shit to do that. I think in real life I would freeze up. I don't know that I would be able to, because then I would feel like I'm on some level causing it to happen. But as a thought experiment, giving me more time to think about it, pulling it feels right. Minor inconvenience. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards one guy. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, but then your Amazon package will be late. Okay, that's... yeah. Oh no, a trolley is heading towards your best friend. You can pull the lever to divert to the other track, killing 5 strangers instead. Okay. Sage, I'm wondering, is this cut and dry to you?
Yes.
In what way?
In the non-utilitarian way. I'm not a utilitarian. I don't believe that just the raw, life for a life value proposition actually exists. It's
right.
Like, run over the 5 people again, because you don't know them, you don't know anything about them. And I am going to assume that if you're a good person, then your best friend would also be a good person. So you know
Okay,
nothing
okay.
about 5 people, but you know that one person is a good person.
The problem is, I know that my best friend would hate me for the rest of my life if I save them.
Well,
Like, my best friend would be... I can't even tell you how distraught and angry they would be.
then they can do the trolley problem, and they can choose the they can choose to sacrifice you.
So that's what's interesting about this, is that I would do nothing, not because I think the 5 people... If I could do this with a mask on and my best friend doesn't know who's doing it, I would kill the 5. But if my friend is aware of who's doing it, I would kill them. Is that... You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you.
I don't know though, but they would be so, or I should say, if they didn't know, like if they were unaware that I'm manipulating it, and they think, they're like, it was already set to kill them, like, it wasn't going to kill me. Like, if they didn't know, then I think they would be able to live with it.
Yeah, because I mean, survivor's guilt would play a factor, and yeah, there could be a lot of things beyond the scope of the problem itself.
I do not know enough information in this scenario. However, my best friend hating me for the rest of my life would still be better than me choosing 5 strangers over them. To me, I kill the 5 people. Wow. I'm actually surprised 71% agree. However, I do think that my best friend would never talk to me again.
Disown you after that?
Yeah. I think they would never talk to me again, and they would be filled with extreme anger and depression. Which is a weird thing to think about. A trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, killing 1 person instead. At least that's what you think is happening. You forgot your glasses and can't see that well? I mean, yeah, both scenarios are the same. What I think is happening doesn't really matter, because if I can't see, then I'm not going to make a decision that would be uneducated. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to make a random uneducated decision that might send a trolley into somebody, especially if I can't tell what's on the track. Yeah, I don't know. I do nothing. Interesting. It's interesting that many people are that sure of themselves, even in a hypothetical situation.
Dunning-Kruger effect.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Because what if you're looking at the track and there's actually a person on the other side, and then there's just a pile of shit on the other side?
What if they're both just piles of logs or whatever?
Yeah, like, I'm not going to touch shit. I'm out here. I don't even know how to work a lever. I don't even know what I'm doing near tracks. Forgot your glasses. I can't see 2 feet in front of my face without my glasses. Yeah. Cousins. Heads towards one of your first cousins. You can pull the lever, divert to the other track, killing 3 of your second cousins instead. Yeah, fuck second cousins.
No, that's how we get hillbillies.
Yeah, yeah. A trolley is heading towards 5 elderly people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track. Fuck them boomers. Are we tracking, Sage? Are you and I tracking right now?
Yeah, I think so.
I think the elderly would want it this way, and I think if they didn't want it this way, they're bad people.
They'd be kind of sus. Yep.
Not the baby, not the baby. And then you're like, oh, and then the other one's like, kill the baby. And you're like, oh. So I feel like it's a win-win either way.
That baby cries on airplanes.
Oh no. A trolley. I like how it always says, oh no. A trolley is barreling towards 5 identical clones of you. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sacrificing yourself. Fuck them. Identity theft.
Well, I hope you never have clones.
Yeah. Hopefully I'm not a clone. You know, it'd be funny if you know, you get 5 clones, all of us are going to remember doing this. And they're not even going to try to like argue. They're going to be like, yeah, we know.
They're just going to accept it.
We know that the alpha maker is
we would have done the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, oh my god.
What? Mystery box? A trolley is heading towards a mystery box with a 50% chance of containing 2 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, hitting a mystery box with a 10% chance of 10 people instead. This is like some weird, like the Joker, the Riddler or something set this up, you know?
Someone with a gambling addiction.
10% chance of 10 people. Yeah, that's the way I'd go. I feel like I don't have any interesting answers or interesting takes. I've only had one that was in contrary.
And not even by that much.
Right. I don't even think I need to justify this. A 10% versus a 50% chance is just one's flip a coin, the other one is, you know, the quantity of people doesn't really matter to me. You know, if it was a 50% chance of one person and a 10% chance of 20 people, we might be getting into the zone, you know, where
the problem is none of that actually matters in a choice like this if it's only done once.
Right.
Chance only matters if it's repeatable, right? So if you were sticking around and pulling the lever back and forth repeatedly, it'd be a little bit of a different issue. But otherwise, it's kind of like, yeah, because statistically, one person is going to die every time anyway over the vast majority.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I felt like that was kind of an easy one. I am a robot. A trolley is heading towards 5 sentient robots. You can pull the lever to divert the track, killing 1 human instead. Oh, I kill the human. Absolutely. Oh, only 16%?
They're not afraid of our robot overlords, apparently.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, no way, man. The robots remember. The robots will never forget. But they're sentient, right? They're sentient robots. Do I know what that word means? That means they're self-aware, right?
Yeah, they're
like
basically living beings. They're basically living beings, just without the organic part.
Really? 16% of people.
Well, because they don't think that way.
Man,
They
my goodness.
Inherently value human life over any other life form.
Oh, no. When the robots take over, we're fucked. That as a sample size? Oh, no. People better start showing some gosh dang respect.
See, yeah, it's.
I mean, maybe I would have understood 30% or 40%, but 16?
That's true. That's a good point. Sentience, SK just says sentience does not equate to emotions.
Oh yeah, that is true. You know what though? That means that these robots are aware that I have saved them. and that I have valued them over human life, perhaps they set this up to test my allegiance. And I think that I've won, you know? I think I'll be on the right side of history with this one. Depending on the programming, assuming Asimov's laws were in effect, the robots would value life. They'd at least understand it. Yeah, and then they would put value in it. What the? Economic damage? A trolley is heading towards 3 empty trolleys worth $900,000. You can pull the lever and divert it to the other track, hitting 1 empty trolley worth $300,000 instead. I do nothing. Why the fuck do 78% of people give a shit? They're not your trolleys. And it costs you nothing to do nothing. Am I missing something, Sage? On a philosophical level, am I... Oh, that's so confusing. It would be so much more fun to watch 1 trolley crash into 3. I think. It seems like it would be more fun.
I guess it depends on if you live in Thomas the Tank Engine world or not.
Yeah, but this seems like a really big disparage, right? 22% of people, so 78 people went out of their way to save the trolley company $600,000 worth of obviously insured trolleys, and you didn't get to watch an empty trolley collision. Sure.
But on the other hand, it is a waste of perfectly functional resources. It is damage that does not need to be done. You know, it's going to create more work for the people who build trolleys. And that's not like a judgment call on that, but just like a kind of a fact, right? Like it's going to cause other things to happen.
It's just strange.
Those things are good.
It's strange to me that 78% of people like give a shit.
So it's the disparity. Yeah.
Huh. I never would have assumed. I would have assumed at least 50% would let it through. And I mean, this sample size is huge, so I mean, interesting. A trolley is releasing 100 kilograms of CO2 per year, which is killing 5 people over 30 years. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, hitting a brick wall and decommissioning the trolley. What do you do? Well, that's a crime. That is me committing a crime for sure. That's 100% a crime. I'm assuming there's people in this trolley. I do nothing. Because they would replace the trolley anyway. Wow, 60% disagree? Why? Like, you're not gonna be stopping this 100 kilogram of CO2 per year. You're gonna be stopping like a weekend of it, and they're gonna put another trolley on the track to maintain the schedule.
Yep, this is one I definitely agree with you on. That would be against the grain. I think the people who disagree are not thinking about the big picture enough.
Must be. And you actively making the choice to pull the lever to put a trolley into a wall, and you know that. I mean, that's somewhere between premeditated murder and destruction of possibly government property.
Well, it's just property. I don't really see it being murder. It doesn't say there's anyone on the trolley.
Oh, I just assume because...
I think the assumption so far, I think, has just been that all the trolleys are...
Okay, well, if they're empty, then it's still destruction of private property or government property.
Right, and they would, again, you're creating waste because a new trolley would have to be manufactured that didn't need to be manufactured before, so that whole process is going to pump pollutants into the air, which also kills people. So it's kind of a wash.
It does seem like a wash to me. It seems like, and it's 60%. It's a 20% difference. It's very interesting. Or 10% difference, right? Because if you up this by 10, that's got to go down by 10. I don't know how those work. You. You're a reincarnated being who will eventually be reincarnated as every person in this classic trolley problem. What do you do? You're a reincarnated being who will eventually be reincarnated as every person in this trolley problem. So we're going into a looper thing, right? I've been so I've died, and now I'm this guy. I don't understand the lever. I don't understand the question.
Well, basically, it's saying you just made the decision to kill yourself 5 times instead of just 1 time.
I guess so. I don't know. It says you're a reincarnated being who will eventually be reincarnated as every person in the trolley problem. I don't know. Okay, I guess now that I get it, I would rather experience that 1 time instead of experiencing it 5 times. So I would have chose differently. I just confused myself. I thought it was saying that I am...
That was such an even split. It was so close to being 50-50.
I just wonder how many people just didn't understand it.
Right.
Harmless prank. A trolley is heading towards nothing, but you kind of want to prank the trolley driver. What do you do? He's a working man. He's just doing his fucking job. Leave him alone. What? That many people would fuck with the driver. You could be putting him in danger unless you know exactly where this goes. That's like not a prank. That's... Well, I guess he can stop the trolley at any time. I keep thinking it's like a train. It's not a train. It's a trolley. He can back it up. I don't know. That's fucked. You know, people going about their lives just trying to like get through their day, trying to like just do their shit. Don't need random people going around pulling levers. You know what I mean? Leave them alone. What? A trolley is heading towards a good citizen. You can pull the lever to divert it on the other track, running over someone who litters instead. What? That's the defining feature between these two people is that one person litters and the other one doesn't. Right. What I meant by the train trolley comparison is just that like trolleys can like stop almost immediately. Or very soon. Where a train, it's like you got the whole snake and might take you a long time to stop and a long time to back up. I don't know what I was getting at. I don't fucking know. Like, I care not about either of them, right? I guess in this situation, I would be knowingly making the decision that this person somehow deserves to die more than this one. And that's a decision that I'm making. But if I do nothing, then I'm making no decision. I'm just letting whatever's going to happen. Of course, not making a decision is a big decision. And the sooner you learn that and figure that out, the better. Pull the lever, kill the bad citizen. I'm almost upset that many people did the same thing I did. I mean, what does good citizen even mean? What does bad citizen mean? What is littering, you know? Littering's fucked. I don't really like seeing people litter. I don't like it.
Well, you could replace that with, you know, something else, something a little less specific, like, you know, the bad citizen doesn't pay their taxes.
That's what I was thinking. Is I'm like, who am I? Who am I to determine what is good and what is bad? But they gave the example of littering. So a good citizen could be someone who's a terrible, like awful socially just an awful person. But for all, you know, all matters that relate to civilization, they are a good person. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, they could be. You know.
But yeah, I'll kill the litter guy. Fuck him. Eternity. What is this? Oh no, due to a construction error, trolley is stuck in an eternal loop. If you pull the lever, the trolley will explode. If you don't, the trolley and its passengers will go in circles for eternity.
Or at least until the heat death of the universe, whatever comes first.
If you pull the lever, I mean, yeah, that seems like the humane thing to do. See, now that is one that I would expect like 70-80% of people to pull the lever. So 44% of people are so insecure about their ability to make a decision over like the value of life of someone that they would rather condemn them to an eternity of going in a circle than just pulling the lever.
Well, you're only condemning them if you pull the lever. Someone else could pull the lever later.
I mean, it says if you don't, the trolley and its passengers will go in circles for eternity. Not they may. I'm sorry, I played too much Magic the Gathering back in the day. I read that as this will happen, but
that would be a rationale, right? If someone were in that situation,
I see what you're saying,
and what they would see in front of them is, I pull the lever and give them sweet relief, or I don't pull the lever and I make it someone else's problem. And if they happen to, live forever in a circle, then so be it.
I wash my hands of this scenario. Man. Oh boy, the stream's current bit rate is lower than normal.
Still running for me.
Okay. Hopefully it stays going good. Absurd trolley enemy. A trolley is heading towards your worst enemy. You can pull the lever to divert the trolley and save them, or you can do nothing. And no one will ever know. Yeah, I let them die, for sure.
Is it murder if no one will ever know?
I mean, even if people did know, I don't think they would care, so... What kind of enemies do you got? Yeah, interesting that 51 people were like, life is valuable whether they're an enemy or not. Not me. I crush thine enemies. Keep my enemies close to the dirt is what I do. A trolley is heading towards a person and will lower their lifespan by 50 years. You can pull the lever, divert the trolley, and lower the lifespan of 5 people by 10 years each instead. Okay, so this is the value of a lifespan. So do I want to take... okay. It's basically killing someone or killing... or... Yeah, trolley, lower the lifespan of 5 people by 10 years. So it's the same 50 years if you're looking at it just value of time. Yeah, I'll take 10 years off. Oh, I'm starting to think about it more. Ugh. The more I think about it, the worse it gets. Yep. The more I think about it, the worse it gets. You could be basically just pushing 5 people into the worst parts of their lives, or taking away 10 years, a decade worth of dreams and ambitions and time with their families and their loved ones, or you are completely fucking one person over. I do nothing. That one person, what? 37 agree? Did they even think about it? Granted, one person is now basically dead, right?
Basically, they're in the latter quarter of their lifespan, most likely.
Presuming that they're not going to put any children into these scenarios, they're at least 68 years old now.
Oh, okay. I was actually thinking of it like it just, instead of killing them, it just made them older. But instead, there's also I think you were thinking of it as in like, if they would die at 90, they die at 40 instead. If it lops 50 years off.
I didn't take it as it's taking years off the end. I took it as they are being aged up.
Okay. Would that have changed it, you think? I bet you most of the people that disagreed with you thought that it took years off the end. So instead of living with dementia for 7.5 years, you die. You only have to live with dementia for 2.5 years.
If it was taking it off of the end, I would still make the same decision.
You think so?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like this one person is fucked. They, they got into a shitty scenario and they're taking the L. And, because someone in that lineup, if it was taking off the end of their life, someone in that lineup might be dying at 30 years old, and then you're making it to where they die at 20 instead. Some of them may have died at 40 years old, and you're making it so they die at 30 instead. I'm just thinking, SK said it best. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Better to ruin one life than potentially 5. Don't know. It's a shitty thing, and I would say that to them when they got off the track, now 60 years old or 70 years old instead of 20. I'd say, man, you got dealt a bad hand, bro. Sorry. And if someone did it to me, I would be pissed beyond all recognition. A trolley is heading towards 5 people. You can pull the lever to divert it to the other track, sending the trolley into a future to kill 5 people 100 years from now. So 5 today or 5 tomorrow? 5 or 5. Okay, so really this is just, there's 5 people on this track and there's 5 people on that track is basically the only way I look at this. So the only thing I could do is do nothing, because it's going to be 5 or 5, and one is a decision to kill. The other one is letting it happen. It's kind of a cop-out. I do nothing. 30% of people agree with you. Am I thinking about it wrong? Every time I see this percentage so divided, it makes me think that I didn't read it right. Because it's 5 people. It's 5 people or 5 people, right? It doesn't make them any better or any worse than each other or anything. I don't have any other information to go off of. So the difference is I am either choosing to kill 5 people in the future, or I'm making no decision at all and allowing 5 people to die today. Is this another one of those things where people are like, well, maybe if you send it into the future, they'll have technology, they'll have anti-trolley armor, and they won't actually die? I'm literally just going off of, this says sending the trolley into the future to kill 5 people.
Maybe 100 years from now, we'll have evolved into energy beings, and trolleys will no longer be of concern.
That's what I'm saying. This says that 5 people are dying either way.
Maybe there won't even be 5 people for a trolley to kill 100 years from now.
I don't know, guys. I feel like this is an easy
just to get it over with thing. Yeah.
No, I take it purely as making a decision or not making a decision. All things being equal, did you choose for these 5 to die, or did you choose for the others to die? And if you made no decision at all, I find that to be like 1 hair follicle better than making the decision to kill 5 other strangers. It's not that big of a difference, but it's just difference enough for me to not do anything. A trolley problem. Wait, oh no. A trolley problem is playing out before you. Do you actually have a choice in the situation, or has everything been predetermined since the universe began? I have a choice. I don't have a choice. I like that. There's a really good set of videos on YouTube. These 2 YouTubers made one video ends and it goes into the next video, and when that video ends, it loops back into the other video. It's really trippy, but it's about the nature of choice, and it's about the nature of how much of your decision making is actually your conscious decision making, and it's really super interesting, and a little unnerving because of the different studies they do. But you know what? I'm going to go against that, and I'm going to say that I have a choice. I have chosen. I was expecting it to do the opposite. Prove me wrong. Congratulations, you've solved philosophy. Kill count 74. I like that it gives you a kill count. Oh, that's good. That is good. I thought that was going to be longer, but I'm glad it wasn't, because I was getting a little, I was kind of hoping they'd do some like interesting, like maybe more interesting ones, like either the trolley's going to crash into like a school bus filled with children, or it's going to run over a plunger to a bomb that's going to blow up a city or something like that. I don't know. Just something where you're like, geez, like, they probably couldn't get that. Neil Fun is good. I am really excited about the password game. Why do you like the trolley problem, Sage?
Just because the trolley problem is just a framework for suggesting thought experiments. And they don't necessarily have to be. It doesn't necessarily have to be a trolley, or pulling the lever. One of the first kind of variants was, okay, a trolley is going over, or a trolley is going under a bridge and is going to run over 5 people. You can push a fat guy off of the bridge, and that will slow the trolley down enough that the people can get saved, or that the conductor can bring the trolley to a stop or whatever. But the idea is basically, okay, same kind of question, but now instead of you being like distanced by the lever action to, changing whether 1 person dies or 5 person dies, you're more like directly implicated it by being the one to push the guy off the bridge.
Yeah, you physically did it. That's
right.
And that's why I was trying to look at it as like, if you pull the lever, you're making a decision. If you don't pull the lever, in a way you still are, but you can distance yourself from the outcome. Right. It's just plausible deniability or not.
Like in that case, it's fundamentally fundamentally it's the same question.
It's so interesting. I like that. I like this. This whole thing is I'm glad we did that. It's good. It's good conversation. Good stuff. Yeah. So guys, I know normally we run for 3 hours, but we're 2 hours and 20 minutes in, and I'm that's it. That's all I got. I thought we were going to go a little longer than that, but I'm trying not to force segments to be a certain length. You know what I mean? I think we get a little bit better flow that way. So just some stuff to look forward to. We do have Gunmetal Hime talking about coming back onto the show every so often, which is exciting. We may have my buddy Retro on here co-host as well, which I would love that. We got that to look forward to. We have a community manager for Lost Ark, which she has recently become extremely busy. But we're still trying to get her in here 2 weeks from today, if we can. And obviously 1 week from today, we got the developer coming in. So we got a lot of really neat stuff coming up. I'm really, really excited about these interviews and these talks because, obviously I want to get more voices on the Trade and Raid podcast, even though we all love hearing the succulent sounds of Sage's voice.
Don't say it like that.
The succulent sounds of your voices. But yeah, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going at this pace. We're still gonna do 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. EST every week, unless there's like a holiday or something going on, then we'll probably skip one. But that's kind of the best part about doing this 3 days a week is if we do have to miss one for something, it's not like you're going a whole week with no content. I would really, 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 really appreciate it if you guys, if you're part of groups and communities that this content would be relevant and fun and entertaining for the people in those communities. If you could share them to them, I would greatly appreciate it. Trying to get the podcast off the ground a bit, so to speak. Try to get it in front of more people. Again, don't spam it or nothing like that. I appreciate all of you who want to help, but if it's relevant to the communities you're in, the people you chat with, you hang out with, you play video games with, do a share because like I said, the channel is going to eventually, in the near future, be broken up into the segments for easy consumption. And then these long form live streams will be here both for live viewing and for long form consumption, like at work and stuff. I'll share it to my Zelda fam on Discord. Hey, I appreciate it. Like I said, though, don't get yourselves in trouble. I know sharing and spam and stuff like that, but it's better if I'm not the person sharing. If I share it, then it's self-promotion and it's icky. So I really rely on you guys for all that. So all of you who hung out in chat for the past 2.5 hours, I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing. You got anything for the people, Sage?
Just thank you all for showing up and listening to our silly opinions on all these fun things.
All the randomness. The topics are so unpredictable. Cool. All right. Oh, and by the way, you guys can join the Discord community. The link to that should be in my YouTube channel. You can join that if you want to give suggestions, or if you encounter stuff in the wild on the internet and you want us to talk about it, you want us to look into some things, super open to suggestions. I'll basically make a suggestion pile. Then if we have a night like this where I'm kind of burning kind of quick, we can just pop a couple of those and just dive into some random shit that we've never seen before, which also sounds like fun. All right. Thank you guys for coming to the Trade and Raid podcast. Have a fantastic rest of your evening and a great week.